All right, welcome guys to the Talkaholics podcast. This is Razia.
And this is Iman.
And as you can tell, unfortunately, Iman and I, given these times, are not next to each other, all huddled up
Boo.
next to a mic. I know. It sucks, but I mean, I don't have to explain it to you guys. You're more than well aware that we're in quarantine.
Yep.
So we're Skyping right now. We're Skyping.
Yes. It's been almost like a month and a half now. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, when it hit the month mark, I feel like that's when it felt like, okay, I've been boxed up in a house, unable to like do anything or leave or do like have a regular quote unquote regular life. Um, but yeah, like it's I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah.
I feel
Hope you
like
guys are staying safe.
yeah, and given the nature of this, like I hope that none of your family is affected by this strange
Yeah.
uh virus, and that that we're doing well on the mental health end, and just like just feeling content being at home. It's a weird thing. Like I keep hearing like these buzzwords since the quarantine started, and I'm sure you feel the same way, Iman, of like this everyone's saying that this is the new normal.
Yeah.
And like I see it everywhere. I hear it at work. I see it online, on Twitter especially, and it's like I am only kind of understanding it now, because like before I was like, yeah, like okay, chill, like I get it. We're going through a phase, like things will return back to what it was before all of this.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's been so long, and because I've seen like firsthand how people have had to adapt to staying at home for so long and like literally change their daily routines, that I'm like, okay, like I kind of get that now.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's definitely become normal for me. Like,
Yeah,
it's sad to think about it, but it's like, it's become part of routine. Like, you just wake up and you stay home, and then you go to sleep and you wake up and you're
hundred
still home.
percent, 100%. Are you feeling the same way too? Of like the days totally bleeding together and like
Yeah.
having zero idea of if it's a weekday or weekend?
Yeah.
Like,
And like on my end, because like on your end, at least like you have some sort of a structure because you still have work.
yeah,
So like you still have to get up and be awake during certain times. Like on my end, it's like my schoolwork is all online. So it's just like I don't even know what my whole sleep schedule is, just like upside down. And then obviously now it's Ramadan, so it's like even worse. I'm like up all night and then I sleep
oh, 100%.
sometime during the day.
I knew when like Ramadan was coming around, and like that we were going to be in quarantine during it, that I was like, wait for our sleep schedules to be completely flipped
Yeah.
on its head. Like, because it's already that way. Like, anybody, if you're Muslim and listening, like, you know exactly what that's
Hmm.
like when Ramadan comes around. Like, even, like, despite it being quarantine time, like,
Yeah,
100% you're
especially
not
because
sleeping
like when it's
normally.
during the summer, it's
Yeah.
like there's such a short window like between
Oh,
the time
yeah.
that you eat and between the time that you have to stop eating. So it's
100%.
like,
Yeah.
and usually during like when there isn't quarantine, usually like after you eat, everybody's going to Tarawih, and Tarawih ends late, like 11,
Yeah.
11:30. And then by the time you get home, it's like past midnight. And then it's like, oh, do I just stay up until like 3-ish and eat and then go to
Mm-hmm.
sleep? Or like,
Yeah.
And so
100%.
yeah.
And the thing is, for me, like this is me every single year, not just this year, but like it's only after iftar that I have like a boost of energy, and that's when I'm my most
Yeah.
productive, most creative, most whatever. Like, and so I find like everybody was saying that like work is gonna be, sorry, not work, or fasting was gonna be easier since you're at home, even though you're going to work, blah blah blah, all this stuff, and I get that. Like I'm happy that there's something about when I'm fasting that I feel like almost like I don't feel myself, and that like I feel like I'm so conscious of my breath and how I look, and I feel so dehydrated all the time. So I'm always like, the whole part of like going outside while fasting is like its own ordeal. So I'm happy that I get to be home, instead of
That's
dealing with
fair,
that.
yeah.
But but at the same time, I'm definitely feeling how hard it is to stay motivated at work, as if quarantine wasn't like enough. Like being tired and also hungry
Yeah.
is like another layer to like just get myself to like wake up early enough to be ready for a meeting, or meet deadlines.
Definitely. Yeah. It's
So
like, yeah, and it's definitely like one thing, like when we went into quarantine, people were like, this is like we're all stuck at home. This is time to be productive and like do all these things. And like to an extent, I definitely have more time to do things that I wouldn't do before. Like,
yeah.
certain things like like organizing my room and like stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But it's still like we have to realize that this is like unusual times and that we need to be easy on ourselves and we don't have to become like money making machines, like trying to
Oh
find
yeah.
all these
Or yeah,
ways
yeah,
to like start a
some
business and do this and do this and
exactly.
this. And it's same
Exactly,
thing
like
for
some
Ramadan.
production machine, yeah.
Yeah, same thing for Ramadan. We have to be like the whole month of Ramadan is about like um reflection and getting closer to God and like learning more about Islam and stuff like that. And so
Mhm.
part of that is taking care of yourself, making sure that you're okay and like, connecting with your religion on a spiritual level, which also heals you, like internally, mentally, physically, whatever that may be. And so
Yeah.
like as much as it is important for us to like do all the things, like all those extra things we do during Ramadan to be the best Muslims we can be, we also have to be like we have to recognize that we're in a weird time and we should cut ourselves some slack in
Hmm.
terms of like, if you feel
Oh yeah.
tired, then like take a break. It's okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
and then continue on later. Yeah.
Yeah. And not to mention like the mental strain that it's been taking on certain people, right? Like, um, I'm aware that some people have also like have been laid off at this time,
Mm-hmm.
and some people are taking care of the elderly or taking care of younger ones, or
Exactly.
service workers right now. Which, like, I read this article recently, man, and like it didn't even click to me that like, there are Muslim doctors and nurses right now who are fasting and working at hospitals
Exactly.
doing crazy hours, and then I
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, it just like kind of hit me that I was like, oh yeah, they're doing it all right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane. Like how like we're just talking about right now how crazy our sleep schedules are messed up. Like they're probably zombies
Exactly.
right
They're
now.
doing even more, and then they're also at risk at getting
Oh
sick,
yeah,
and like it's just like so much like and mental strain, physical strain is being put upon them, and then and it's just like it's really difficult. I can't even imagine like being in that situation.
oh yeah,
And so
100%.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind
it's crazy times, and I don't know what you're doing to kind of, I don't know if cope's the right word, but like kind of busy yourself at
of.
home, and like what I'm doing too to like remain positive, because I found in the first few weeks of quarantine that I had this bad habit of reading up on news updates and like scrolling through social media right before bed, and
Yeah,
then just reading stuff about like especially in the U.S. like the terrible, really annoying stuff that's happening there, that like I would just scroll and read and watch like crazy and put myself in such a bad mood before bed,
hmm,
and like feel upset and stuff that like, if quarantine has helped with anything, it's kind of like discipline myself to be like, no, like you have to just like, to like stay sane in this in a certain way. Like if you're going to be by yourself and at home for this
yeah,
long, there's certain things you just can't, like I've learned not to do.
yeah. Yeah,
So
for me, it's like I was like the opposite. Like my family, especially my grandma, loves to turn on the news to see like every single day she needs to know the updated number of deaths, updated number of confirmed
yeah.
cases, like da 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 da. And like I completely blocked it out. Like I
Mm.
would not look at the news. Like I would hear things you can't avoid it completely. Like if you're online,
Mm.
Twitter, whatever, like you'll see certain things, like headlines, whatever. But like I
Yeah.
didn't seek it out myself, which I mean isn't completely good. Like you should stay informed.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't do that to myself. I'm already hearing it enough
Yeah. No,
from my
yeah.
family. So I was like, I'm not even gonna try. I did a lot of Netflix,
Yeah.
and I was actually in the first part of quarantine, I was still in school.
Right.
Like I was finishing up my certificate. So I had school to keep me kind of busy, and I was just doing random stuff that I like told myself I would do before, but then never had the time to do.
Mm.
Like organize my room and like
Love it.
start a new workout challenge and like stuff like
Oh,
that.
oh,
But and
speaking of
that
working
sounds
out.
productive, but like it was very like sprinkled throughout the day, not very consistent.
No, yeah,
But
100%. There's so many things too that I was like, great, I have all this time to do all these creative projects, teach myself
yeah,
all this online digital technical stuff, and watch all
yeah,
these tutorials. No, like it takes almost more effort being at home to do any
yeah.
of those things. But just going back to like the working out thing that you said, funny enough that you said that because I did order myself a yoga mat because I
Ooh,
don't have
nice.
one. And my entire house is carpeted, right? So it's kind of hard to do like
Oh yeah,
planks or like any, on floor
yeah.
exercises. So I got one from Amazon. And to be honest, I don't know about you, but I've been doing way more online shopping than I ever have in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
mean,
it's
I've had to limit myself because see the thing is like my parents are very paranoid. with this whole thing. So they're like, no, like we're not ordering in food, we're not ordering packages. Like
Yeah.
coronavirus can attach itself to anything. So
Yeah.
like put a limit. So like there has been a limit to it. Like if I were to get free reign, I probably would have done a lot more shopping. But
Yeah.
definitely I've placed like one too many orders on Amazon. I barely ever order on Amazon, and I've done like
Right.
3 orders already.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just ordered makeup on Sephora. I don't even wear
Nice.
makeup, and Razia, you know me. But I saw the new Fenty. They came out with a new cream blush and cream
Oh,
bronzer,
love
this
it.
new line for the summer. And I saw a video of Rihanna putting it on, and I was like, it has to be
You
done.
were sold. Yeah. Yeah.
So I got that. And then I'm buying a new desk for my room because
Whoa.
I'm starting. Okay, so basically, I'm starting my master's this summer
Yeah.
because, as you know, I was supposed to go to Ottawa for 2 weeks, but then because of the whole
Wait.
coronavirus.
Hold on. Let's
Did I
back
tell
up
you
for a
this?
second. You told me that you were applying, but I
Wait,
didn't
I
hear
didn't tell
about.
you that I got a new mask.
No. What are you doing? You can't do this over Skype with me, Iman. What?
Wait, Razia, are you sure?
Amazing. I'm 100%. I'm serious. I literally last time we talked about anything related to your master's was when I was like, we were talking about your application, and I was like helping you out. But that was
That's
literally it.
hilarious. Wow. I got, when did I get accepted? I think it happened like right before this whole coronavirus thing happened.
Crazy. Well, congratulations. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
That's so sick. So okay, now you gotta
Anyways,
you gotta
so
tell the audience. You gotta tell me what's happening.
so I got into my master's, and it's at Carleton, so in Ottawa.
Amazing.
So
Yep.
if they do like a summer institute before the fall semester. So I was supposed to be in Ottawa for 2 weeks in July, and they do like an intensive 2 week courses for the summer. But because the whole coronavirus thing happened, they had to cancel that and make it an online course. So now it's instead of just being 2 weeks, it spans the whole summer.
Right.
So my first course is May to June, and then my second course is July to August. So I have those courses starting. So I'm like, I don't have anywhere in my house where I can like sit
Yeah.
and be alone and not be bothered. And it's not like my family wants to bother me, but it's just like if they see me, they have things they need to say, like, Iman, go do this, or you know what I mean, like just little things like that.
Oh my God, yes. I do
So I'm
understand.
getting a new desk for my room, and I'm gonna rearrange my room so there's more space. I'm really excited for that. So I need to buy a new desk
That's so
and a desk chair and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, I've just been putting orders here left and right. So yeah, I get you.
That's awesome. I feel like this is a good opportunity to post on Instagram. I'm like still like I can't think because I'm like so happy that you actually got your master's. Like this is guys, if you're listening, I'm hearing it for the first time too.
I'm so bad at this because like I swear I did this to one of my other friends too. I was like, yeah, I was like just talking about my master's and stuff, and they're like, wait, did you get in? I was like, yes, I told you this. They're like, no, you did not tell me.
No, it's all good. I was just gonna say like I was just thinking like because you're redoing your desk and I did kind of redo my space because I do a lot of video conferencing now. I think I told you this that I like
Yeah.
repositioned some like my space where like the only desk in my house is so that I re-put different wallpaper on these closet doors
Oh,
so
cool.
that when the camera is so the thing is where my desk is in my house is in my old childhood room, which is this gross lavender purple that's like full of like my baby furniture essentially, like this like primary colored wonderful like wonderland, and it's like terrible to look at. So but it's like the only space that I can sit and like do stuff in my PCs here and everything.
Yeah.
So what I did is that I wanted to make my closet my backdrop, so I got on Amazon, bought wallpaper that like very simple minimalist like birch wood looking wallpaper,
Yeah.
and just put it on like it was like they're like sticker paper, like it was so easy. And then now behind me it just looks like I'm like in this very bougie minimalist like space when like the
Love
rest of
that.
me is like not that at all. So
That is great.
yeah, so like just like things small things like that just to like make it easier that like I don't have to like go into my other room like where I sleep just to video conference and then come back. Like that's so stupid. But
Yeah.
yeah, just looping back to Instagram, great opportunity there for us to take pictures of our new working spaces to be like, hey, this is what we're doing to make life easier in workplace.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly,
Um,
like having a space to do the work that you need to do, it makes a difference.
a huge difference, yeah. Um, I just to like wrap up the quarantine talk before we get into talking about Ramadan and the rest. I just wanted to like because I was thinking about this because I'm sure you're the same. Like I've been consuming a lot of more YouTube than usual.
Yeah.
Because I'm bored and because I'm like basically going through every playlist of every channel I'm subscribed to. And I just like wanted to like almost like put a piece of appreciation out there for content creators right now who are
Definitely.
working their butts off to ensure that their channels are full and are stacked and are creating relevant content because like every channel from like the channels who are like a one-man show to complete a company's like slash production like studios, I have like seen nothing but like amazing work ethic and have learned how much backlog of videos that they have and they because they're still like I'll see even to this day we're a month and a bit into it and I'll still see channels releasing videos of them in their office. And so in my head I'm like, how far out do you record something and have it ready just like do you know what I'm saying, edited and everything if you're still not done with like all of your backlog stuff. And there was this really cool tweet out, I don't know if you saw it, Iman on Twitter about someone gave a shout out to online creators because if you saw like a lot of late night TV shows are forced to kind of stay alive on YouTube and how they're like juggling and like struggling and stuff when like before people used to look at YouTubers and go what the hell are you doing with your life?
Exactly.
When now everybody has to kind of adjust and do what they've been doing for years and years and years and are only now making money. So
yeah, it's definitely like it's so tough to like put everything in order and organize things and like make sure everything uploads properly. Like we ourselves have gone through so much struggle with like sound and like, is the video good? Like, there's so many things that go into putting up online content that people don't realize. And so it's important to note that like these creators still doing amazing things and they're doing even more now than before. So
oh yeah, 100%. And I feel like everybody's getting a taste of it now. Like I don't think there should be excuse going forward when this is all done to ever look at YouTubers the same way. Yeah, just because like I just feel like now more than ever like they're doing so much work. Yeah, I think that just kind of wraps up. Like I mean I speak for both of us, and that like I miss being outside. Today was like the first day I took a proper walk because today was beautiful, Iman. Like today's weather.
I didn't step outside today.
You sorry?
I said I didn't step outside today.
No, Iman, it was so beautiful. It was so like it was sunny as hell, and you know when a lot of people are outside walking, not just when you see everybody, but when there's like fully cop cars patrolling the streets to ensure everybody's like staying distance.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
my neighborhood is actually very quiet. Like I'm very surprised. I don't see anybody in my neighborhood. Whenever we used to go on walks, like we would see maybe like 2 people because we live right across the school.
Right.
So like behind the school, there's like this huge track and there's like, basketball court and the playground, but the playground's like wrapped up with like the caution tape. So but yeah, so like we would go and do like a walk around the track and stuff like that, and maybe we would see like a couple of people here and there like walking their dog, whatever. But for the most part, like I see no one. Everybody stays inside, or I guess they just go on drives or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was only today because there's a few times like a few weeks ago, like in and around my birthday time when like a few people came and dropped by that like it was a ghost town like when I was outside, even when weather was like semi decent. Like I've never heard same thing with me, right? Like there's this elementary school right there and like this neighborhood is populated with kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, zero noise, which was like haunting. But today was a different story. Like everybody I think was just wanting to take advantage of like
the weather
we're having because it's been moody. It's been terrible. In Toronto for the past few weeks. Before we move on to our Ramadan talk and to check in on that, I was wondering, since we're spending a lot of time on Netflix, like you said, during quarantine, Are there any suggestions that you have for people that you've been watching?
Honestly, I haven't been on Netflix in a while.
Mhm.
It's so funny, contradicts what I just said before. Um, it's so funny because the last thing I watched on Netflix, I think, was The Office. I rewatched all 9 seasons.
Again?
Uh, yes,
Woo!
and I just finished it like last week, I think, and I cried again.
Oh, that's so cute.
Other than that, I don't think I was watching anything new on Netflix. Nope, I think it was just The Office. Yep, yep.
Crazy.
I got Disney Plus again, a couple weeks ago, and I watched the both Lilo and Stitch movies,
Oh, cute.
and I started The Proud Family,
Well,
and yeah.
sick. I have a few. I told you one yesterday. The improv show that's on Netflix.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
Middleditch Schwartz. It's I don't know if you like looked into it, but basically it's a completely improvised show of just two guys who you might know. Thomas Middleditch is from Silicon Valley, and Ben Schwartz. He's like been a popular comedian for a minute. He's one of those like usual small characters in big comedy movies that I just never like paid that much attention to. But
Yeah.
he's like really really funny in this. And like, yeah, it was just telling Iman how like it brought me back to when like I used to do improv in like
Hmm.
university and like you did too for like Mist and stuff. Um, so,
Yeah, I
but it was
can.
nice. Like it definitely really good content. I watched like a mixed bag of things. Like I think a month ago I watched Gone Girl for the first time. I did not
What?
watch that during. Yeah, I didn't watch that during its hype.
That was
And
like 2016,
I
Rabia.
know, I know. And like someone reminded me and was like, hey, you haven't seen this? And I was like, no. Like I've kind of avoided it because I knew the premise and I like thought it was like a little too dark for me.
That was a
But
good movie.
it was a great movie, amazing movie, really well written. But I definitely had trust issues after watching that. So that was like one thing. Um, yeah, I have a bunch more, but I think the last one I'll mention is like Fleabag. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I've
Uh,
heard of that.
yeah, incredible. It's so good. It's a mini series, so very easy to get through. British
Hmm.
miniseries are usually like 6 episodes per season, so like you can fly through it like nothing. Um, but also it's like thick and heavy with plot. Like there's just so much that happens. And easily one of the funniest shows I've seen. Um,
Hmm.
so I really, really recommend Fleabag. I cried at
Okay,
the end
cool.
of that show.
Aw.
Yeah, it's yeah. That show like really gets you. It makes you like it's one of those shows that makes you think about your own life and you're like, wait, I was laughing a minute ago. Why are you doing this? Like it's crazy. Um but yeah, Iman. I think I've said this to you already, but Ramadan Mubarak and Ramadan Mubarak to anybody who
Ramadan
wants
Mubarak. I mean, when this comes out, it's probably going to be like mid Ramadan, right?
to hey, I mean, we can say it while it's Ramadan, right? Not like after Eid. That would be weird.
No, no, no. It'll definitely be like mid Ramadan, I'm assuming.
No,
We'll
no.
tell you guys right now, this is what, like the third day of Ramadan when we're recording this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's their
So
day. How's it been? How you holding up? Has it been easy? Has it been like
honestly,
regular?
like, alhamdulillah, I can't complain. Did you hear
Yeah,
that?
I
Sorry, I
didn't.
thought someone played. Okay, good.
Okay.
No, I was just saying like no, it's been pretty good. I can't complain. Like I haven't been getting like super hungry where it's like you're dying. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? You know, like that
yeah,
feeling of like intense hunger.
yep,
Um, I can't say that like I've experienced that per se,
yeah.
and I feel like I've been trying to like I mean, I feel like it's a constant struggle. Everybody's trying to eat healthier, right?
Mm,
But I've been putting in more of an effort to eat
yeah.
healthier and also just be more active, like because I'm just stuck at home every day. So it's like at least let me do something to make
Hmm.
to make some good come out of like being stuck at home. So I've been trying to do home workouts. Home workouts are so hard compared to going to the gym, let me just
Oh
say.
my God, yeah.
Um, but I've been doing like workouts on my bedroom floor, um, trying to do them every day. Sometimes I miss a day, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And also like just in terms of because Ramadan, everything when you think of Ramadan, you think of like fried foods and like
Oh my
just
God, yeah.
food in abundance, like for iftar and suhoor or whatever. So we recently got an air fryer, so instead of like deep frying our sambusa or samosas, whichever way you call it,
Yeah,
um, we I put it in the air fryer instead, and kid
that's
you
so
not, it
good.
tastes like exactly the same,
No, yeah, the air fryers
in
are
terms of how like
amazing.
we make it. So um, it's great because you're not adding any extra oil, and the air fryer uses obviously air to fry the stuff, so it's so much healthier. And I've just been like being very conscious of what I'm eating during iftar instead of like shoveling food in my mouth and just eating whatever is in my like in front of me,
Right,
and
right.
make sure to like, limit myself
For
because
sure.
like definitely love to eat in excess
Yeah,
because we're
for
like we
sure.
haven't eaten all day.
No,
Yeah.
iftar is
But you?
yeah. Yeah, this is, I mean, we're post iftar right now, for people listening. Just wrapped up, but I feel you. Like it's I just feel like with quarantine having started even before Ramadan, I was like also kind of just like you. Like I think I was like so conscious of the fact that I've been sitting the entire
Mhm.
day without really doing anything. And I like have literally been feeling it in my thighs, and like I just like so conscious of like how easy it is to gain weight at this time.
Mhm.
Ramadan obviously have to be like a little bit easy on myself about that because I can only do so much in terms of workout. I can't do cardio like
Yeah,
when
definitely.
I'm fasting. That's
I've
like
been
totally
doing
not
it
healthy.
like after I've been doing it just because like I know myself, I don't sleep at night.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I've been doing it like at 11 or 11:30.
yeah, it's smart. It's totally smart. Yeah. Like my body right now is craving to do cardio and like running just because like I got in a good habit for the first time ever. Like I was never a gym rat and was never had a gym membership, like period. But I started getting really like into a routine right before all this hit. So I have missed like just sweating it out at a gym and like coming home, taking a shower, feeling fresh, like
Yeah.
and just having it all sit like that adrenaline sit within me and like feeling my body like kind of added on is like really annoying. Um,
Hmm.
but with Ramadan here, like I kind of have to be self forgiving, like
Yeah, definitely.
um, but I totally get that, and just like my priority right now is like you were saying, kind of like focusing on the spiritual aspects of it and like
Hmm.
a lot of self reflection and like I feel like in past Ramadan I've been better at having a routine in terms of having like goals
Yeah.
uh like in the past I've like made it a thing to like read up on different prophets and like I
Hmm.
usually go about like the Islamic history route just because that's like my interest and I know that's something I'll actually do instead of like
Yeah.
picking a goal that's like kind of out there for me. Like I know I know what I won't do and like what I won't stick to.
Yeah.
Um, I try to be realistic. Um, but
I
this year
mean,
just was sorry, yeah, I was just gonna say it was just working from home and stuff and like how hard
yeah.
it is to wake up for morning meetings for me.
Yeah, no, I
Just
I
like try
feel for
to
you.
yeah, just trying to like um yeah, just being realistic that I'm managing things a little bit differently this time
Hmm.
and yeah.
I think it's so like it's obviously we're like in such a unique position this year, and like because a big part of Ramadan for a lot of people is like going to Tarawih prayer at the end of the day, like after you break fast and everything,
Yeah.
and like and that's such a big part of the spiritual aspect for people because you're like coming in congregation, you're praying with like your community, and then after like you're seeing everybody, you get to see
Mhm.
all the people in your community every day every night, and like it's such a good feeling because it brings this sense of like togetherness and like everybody's doing this thing together. And
Yeah.
I feel like because we don't have that this year, that can maybe make people disconnect a lot
Mhm.
more.
Yeah,
um,
sure. Yeah.
but I think we're also in a unique position because um, for the most part, like everybody has some sort of access to the internet, whether it be on your phone or like on your computer or whatever it may be, or like a
Yeah.
tablet or whatever, right? So there's so many like institutions, mosques are just like different leaders, and like spiritual leaders and sheikhs or whatever that are doing online courses or even just like short online videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Like for example, Omar Suleiman is doing a series, like Mufti Menk
Mhm.
is doing a series, a Ramadan series. Like there's and they're on YouTube and stuff like that, or Instagram or anything like that. And so I think it's important to like try your best to still make that connection, like to still feel
Mhm.
spiritually connected to the month and to do
Yeah.
our best in with what capacity we have, to just learn as much as possible, and like obviously like the small things like trying to, you know, stay on top of our prayers and try to pray
Mhm.
on time, and like maybe and like try our best to, you know, try and understand, like whether it be try to read more of the Quran or try to understand more of the Quran, like
Yeah.
um, you know, whatever your goal may be for the month, things like small things like that. And I think that if we, even if you just pick one goal and make an effort to complete it by the end of Ramadan, I think that is so important, because like sometimes people get caught up in doing all the things, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
sometimes you need to focus on one, and
Oh yeah.
you'll get to the place you need to be over time.
Right.
And so
Exactly.
I guess that's like my tip for
Yeah.
this month for our quarantine Ramadan,
No, for
is
sure.
to pick a goal or two, or you know, however many you think you can handle, and focus on that, and focus on you personally healing spiritually, and just being becoming closer and understanding the religion more. And if you
Hmm.
if you come out of this month like knowing more about your religion and like loving your religion more, I think that's just a plus, you know. I think you've like reached your goal.
Totally. Yeah, that's completely solid. Yeah, you hit all the points. The only thing I would mention is like I think with like just being conscious of COVID and stuff. Like a big
Hmm.
part of Ramadan is like the charity aspect.
That too, yeah.
And like it's so. I mean, there's never been more of a relevant time where so many
Hmm.
different people and like groups and like different concerns out there that need your money, need your attention. So like there's too many to mention, but like anything that you feel is closest to you or most important to you, people are out there, waiting for those funds.
Exactly.
Um, so that's really important too, and I think like a different sense of charity would like, or I guess maybe generosity too. I mean, you have your own friends in your own circles too that like are also experiencing what you are. They're at home kind of twiddling their thumbs and trying to like stay sane. So like it's also a very Islamic thing to like reach out to your community and share like the people
Yeah,
around you closest to you are like
exactly.
doing okay.
It's so, yeah.
Yeah, like because I find that like yeah, like I feel I've just been feeling a lot more grateful for the people in my life, like as of like these last few weeks for COVID, just because I've been making more of a conscious effort to like at least message somebody, even if I don't get to FaceTime, even if I don't get to whatever.
Hmm.
And like I game too, like I like gaming helps me because I'm like usually at least talking with like 3 or 4 or 5 people. Um, this is kind of like more post or before if sorry Ramadan, but
Yeah.
like just having like that laugh right before like I go to sleep or like go about
Yeah.
my day, it's so healthy first of all, and it's also like your opportunity to just shoot the shit and like
Hmm.
make someone giggle when you can't be there. uh,
Yeah, I mean, it's so important for us to stay connected to our friends, our family. Like, yeah, whether you're quarantined alone or quarantined with family, like, still reach out to friends or like, you know, distant family and see how everybody's doing, and like check up on people, because you never know who needs to just hear someone's voice, or you never know who needs just like that interaction.
oh yeah.
And yeah, so it's just important. And it's a good thing to do during Ramadan too. Like even having like group, you know, FaceTimes or group Zoom calls or whatever it may be, and like breaking fast together or something like that, like just trying to gain that sense of community that we're kind of missing this month, is pretty important.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I feel like it's for me. I was just thinking about this. Like for me, iftar as of like the last few years has been a little different in that like I was used to growing up having iftars like surrounded by family, like all of
Hmm.
my siblings, like my parents. Sometimes we've had other people over too, and just like having a literal feast when you break fast. But like yeah, again, as of the last few years, it's been just me, like my entire
Hmm.
family. Sometimes being the only one fasting, because if you think about it, my parents can't fast. They're both diabetics. And it's
Oh,
usually like at least once in the past few years, one of my siblings has been pregnant. So like you either pregnant or like just recently has a kid and is breastfeeding. So
oh,
they can't
okay.
fast. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been
Yeah.
one thing or the other. And so like I've been used to being the only one at the table for like a few years now, or like one of the only few who are fasting. And obviously my nieces are like way too young right now.
Yeah.
This one is like kind of getting into it, but like I realized for me that that's different, and I've been getting used to it. But yeah, just like shout out or like just anybody listening who's kind of maybe going through this alone or for whatever reason. whether it's for quarantine or your specific life situation. Like, I understand that like maybe Ramadan right now is like so strange and like maybe more of an isolated experience, but like, I mean, hey, somebody else is going through it too, right? Like, so hoping
Yeah,
that hoping that you're finding your way to like manage that, because I can't imagine if you're not used to it that it's not the easiest thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we hope that you guys have a good Ramadan, whichever, whether it be productive or, whichever goals you guys have for yourselves. And we hope that you guys make it out of quarantine. Everybody makes it out of quarantine safely, and that we all can see each other in person soon.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Exciting news coming up for us actually. In terms of like the podcast and Talkaholics on the whole. So
Yeah.
we're hoping you'll
Well, I
stay
guess
tuned.
this will come out after, anyways, right?
The one that we're gonna record. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
This
Well,
is
so then
gonna
you would have
come
already heard.
out. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys like the news.
Yeah, yeah. Please let us know in retrospect if you liked it.
All right, guys, I guess we'll end it here. We hope you guys enjoyed. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and, just stay in the loop.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Bye.
We'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.